Hi everybody, this is Doug at fingersonthefrets.com, and today I'm going to show you how you can get through Sweet Home Alabama for an acoustic guitar. I kind of dumbed it down just a little bit. I changed a couple of the rhythms to make it a little bit easier, and I left out a couple of the fancy licks. But there's still enough material here for a solid intermediate lesson. So let's get started. I'll play a bit of it for you, and then we're going to talk about each individual part. Okay, so those are basically the parts that I've come up with for like the intro, the verse, the little guitar break, and then sort of for like the chorus. Basically, why did I do it that way with the power chord shuffle kind of thing? Just so it's different. I mean, you've only got 3 chords over and over again, so I try to do them different ways to make a more meaningful guitar lesson. Plus, it's more interesting to play it if you're by yourself. You're not doing the same thing all the time. So, for instance, the beginning, they say it's a D5 chord, which would be this, and then C sus2, which is sort of like this. So you're going to do, now there's a little, on the score, the PDF, if you download that or subscribe to the website, you'll see on the score there's a little staccato, a little dot under the note. That means staccato, so. You can hear that first note is short, long, staccato, short. So it's D, 5, C, and 2, and then basically G. So rhythm is 1 and 2E, 3 and 4E, 1 and 2. So again, if you've studied with me before, you know I'm a big stickler on the rhythm of it. So saying it before you play it, it's going to help you understand where it's at. So 2/8 notes, then a 16th, an 8th, and then a 16th for beat 2, and beat 3 and beat 4 the same thing. Beat 3 is 2/8 notes, and then a 16th, an 8th, and a 16th. 1 and 2E, 3 and 4E. Now that's 3E and a 4E and a. And I had to leave that in because it's super famous, even though some of the more basic students may not be able to get that, but you really should try. Hammer on 3E and 4E and so I'm going to pick it on 3E and 4E and so I'm picking it on the 3E and then 4E and so only 3 picks in there. I don't know how they did it, but that's how I do it. 2 downs and an up. Okay, next part. Measure 3. That's all the same, and then instead of going, because it's acoustic and it's hard to bend that note, plus it's a little bit harder of a lick, I just went. So I'm assuming that you're a solo acoustic guy or girl, and you're kind of playing along, and you don't have a lot of facility. So this will get you through the gig, you know. Okay, so second ending instead of that little fancy electric guitar lick. Now, when the verse comes, again, it's the same kind of chords, but D5. I put in C add 9 this time, which adds the first finger on the E on the 2nd fret. So, and this time, 1 and 2, a 3 and 4, a 1 and 2, a 3, 3 and 4 and say it again. 1 and 2, a 3 and 4, a 1 and 2, a 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, a 3 and 4, a 1 and 2, a 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2. What does that look like? It looks like 2 eighth notes. Measure 2 is a dotted eighth note to a 16th note. Measure 3, 2 eighth notes. Measure 4, a dotted eighth to a 16th. Gives you that kind of forward motion feel with the rhythm. It's different than the beginning. Obviously, we want it to sound a little bit different. So. Verse. Okay, guitar break. This kind of goes more into an advanced category, but again, I sort of dumbed it down from the electric. They did a little different rhythm on it. They went like this. On the original, I believe it's something like... So this was the way that laid in the rhythm on the original. I didn't do it that way because I'm assuming that most of you don't even read rhythms. So, you know, it's pointless for me to try to explain all that if you're not going to take the time to learn to read rhythms. So I kind of kept the same rhythm 3 times, and hopefully some of you will at least get through this. So here it is, 3 rhythms of the same rhythm instead of making it more difficult the way they did. What is that? 1 E and ah, E and, 3 E and ah, E and, 1 E and ah, E and. So 1 E and ah, E and, 3 E and ah, E and, 1 E and ah, E and, 3 E and ah, E and. Slower. 1 E and ah, E and, 3 E and ah, E and, 1 E and ah, E and. It's kind of a common little bluesy sounding lick here. Sometimes I use 1, 2, 4 because I like that, but 1, 2, 3, same thing. Here it's the same thing, but you've got an open, so I just used the different fingers. It's all there in the tab. So, and then E and 4 and Okay, last time. Okay, then in the chorus, again, it's probably a little different than this on the record. So, you know, this is acoustic version. I don't know how many times I have to say that. I just want people to understand that I do know that it's different than this. I'm making an intermediate playable arrangement for an acoustic guitar. So just so you understand what you're looking at here. The chorus. I like doing it differently like this because it just changes the quality and gives you another practice, something to do. Power chord, yeah, D5 to D6, where you really stretch this guy out a whole step, and then C5, C6, G5, G6. So, and again, there's that staccato note on beats 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then the 8th note of each of those is not. Faster. It makes it different. So when you're going from, you know, like a same 3 chords, but treating them as power chords now, especially if you're by yourself out on the job or just trying to play for fun, not only does it change the quality and the sound of what you're doing, it gives you something else to do as a lesson material. So that's what I'm always looking for. So again, here we go, Sweet Home Alabama, playable arrangement for acoustic guitar. I've kind of just given you the parts. It's a very long song with solos and the whole 9 yards, but if you have an acoustic and you want to get through the song around a campfire with your friends, this might be a fun way to do it, or play it on a gig this way with an acoustic if you're not going to bring out the full band. So thanks for watching. It's Doug Edgell here at fingersonthefrets.com, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.